All right, what we got going on here is actually a snowblower. This is a new troy-bilt that I got. It's nice, it's got the hand warmers. I don't like this directs the chute. Pull the button. It's a little rough. I'm kind of used to the Arians over here, where you kind of just circle them around. If you can see, I'm kind of used to that one. But this is the new one. Both of these probably run about 900 bucks. They are well worth it. I love snow blowers because they get everywhere where you can't sometimes with the plow. Anytime you go out for the snow removal, you're definitely going to want to check your oil, which is right here. Good on gas. Let's go over. Here's your primer. You got your choke, gas throttle, and that's just the key for the engine. Over here is a little different. You got your on and off switch. It's also an on and off switch over here. Here's your on button, primer, choke. So this is the Arians. This is your troy-bilt. Nice thing about the troy-bilt is he has bigger tires versus the Arians. A little better leverage when you're getting them into the truck, and a little better in the snow, but they both work quite well. In small snowstorms, you can keep them in a high gear, gear 6. They usually go up to about gear 6, if you can see. Over here, it's kind of up like a rabbit. He's all the way up. You can go as fast as possible. Now these guys are, I believe, 21 inches high, 28 wide. The width is important. You can get definitely more done. Small snowstorms you can keep in gear 6 and go as fast as possible. When you get huge ones like we just had, we had 2 feet. You gotta drop this gear. There we go, all the way. Keep it in a low gear. Now it keeps the blades turning so it spits out just as much snow, but you just don't go as fast. Realize they bog out a little bit if you don't keep them in a low gear when there's a lot of snow. Important ramps. Used to have the wood ramps with just metal clips on the end. These guys are nice, just got them at Harbor Freight. What's nice about these is, well, they're aluminum, but they have these little inlets right here that pop out. It's a little ridge that give you just enough grip for those tires so you can get things in and out easily. You have a lot of traction. So let's go over spreading some salt if you don't have a tailgate spreader. What I use are just regular fertilizing spreaders. This one's nice. He's a beauty, just got him. It was $1.80. Definitely nice. Earthway, highly recommend it. I just move the adjustment all the way. And this is how you adjust and open it up. Definitely big enough for rock salt. Calcium, not a problem at all. Spits out real nice. Nice and smooth. I have this other one. Now it's important to clean them out after snowstorms. This one, the wheels are starting to stick. He's old. Just keep that in mind. After storms, try and rinse them out the best you can. It's definitely hard because everything's frozen, temperatures are freezing, and you can't just turn on your hose. So, snow shovels, also very, very important. When there's not a lot of snow, what I like using, it's right here. Snow pushers, 2 feet wide, kill it on driveways. You could shovel a driveway if there's not a lot of snow, literally 15 minutes. Snow blowers, not a lot of snow, get it done in 10. And if you're using your plow, there we go, there's my beauty. You can usually get a driveway done in like 2 minutes with a plow. I mean, give it a couple good swipes if you know how to back drag. The only thing is sometimes you got to get out and get where you can't get with the plow with a shovel or a snow blower, or if there's steps, any raised areas, things like that. Well, that's my basic setup for snow removal. What is important about snow removal is that you consolidate your routes. You don't want to be driving all around. This takes time, just building your clientele. What we got here is the Ford F-250. He's a 2004 Super Duty diesel. Guy hauls ass like he is a 350. I like him. And we've got the E47 plow Myers. Nothing special, but he does the job and he's fairly simple. I just had him rewired, brand new hoses. I got a new pump off Craigslist. My old pump was busted. Just put on new cylinders. These side angle pistons. The other ones were rusted out. And important before you go out, double check all your electrical, make sure it works. Here is where you fill up the oil in it, and very important, get no freeze oil. I know I used the blue stuff before, and it kept freezing up on me. Real important with the Myers plows because of the setup. Let's see, this truck is a mess. Let's see if we got this oil. If you have a Myers plow, I highly recommend type M1 Meyer hydraulic fluid. Prevents freeze up with anti-icer. Very, very important. All right. This is where I hook up my navigation. I use the Waze app. That's also very important for when you're getting around. You want the best navigation app possible. I always like putting a pallet in the back of the truck. Keeps it elevated from the snow, and you got your bags of salt. It also keeps the snow blower from going whoosh, right into the back window, which I have seen before, not in my truck, but I have seen it. So that also prevents that. Why I like not having a spreader on the back like a tailgate spreader is easy access for the snow blowers. Now I know they have the side hitches where you can kind of move it, swing it over, and still load it up, but I don't do too much salting. I just have small commercials and driveways, so spreader works just fine, saves a lot of money, and it doesn't damage your truck as much, because those tailgate spreaders, man, they make a mess. Your whole back end gets rusted out. Not fun. Very expensive, and it ruins your truck. So the other truck I got is just a Chevy 1500 2000. Had him when I started my business, and I absolutely love him. Same deal, except for the tail box, the box in the back where we got the pallet, put the salt on, load the ramps up, bring the snowblower in. This is nice because send this guy out with the plow to do the small commercials, and then start tackling the driveways, and then this other truck is in all the hard to get areas, so I'm not driving all over the place. And just two guys, shovel and a snowblower. Seems to be working out just fine. One advice for snow removal: charge as much as you can. The shit is expensive. I recently just put $2 grand into this plow. Got the pump, the pistons, I mean, all this stuff. It's not cheap. When it breaks, you are screwed. It's expensive. So I know average around here, we're near Philly, you're looking at like 50 bucks a driveway for up to 6 inches. It all depends on your business structure and how you want to go about it after that. Some people do brackets of 6 inches or 2 to 4 inches, whatever. I just keep it simple and do 10 bucks per inch after 6 inches. Does get pricey when there's a lot of snow, but you're doing accounts more than once. So you're paying for labor, you're paying for gas, you're paying for all kinds of stuff. So keep that in mind. Don't be doing a lot of snow for just 50 bucks because you're gonna lose money. You gotta calculate it out. Look at your overhead, and depreciation on the trucks too, because the winter takes a toll on these guys, all the salt, your transmission going forward and back if you're plowing. So keep that in mind. Alright, hope this helps explain my setup. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. Alright, bye-bye.